on November the 12th, 2012, a show premiered on MTV that was called Catfish. Now, I know as I said that, a lot of you will immediately understand what I'm talking about because Catfish aired and it completely blew everyone apart. We were so shocked, we were so astonished, we were so surprised, we were so perplexed that people could fall in love so intimately with somebody they never met, just that somebody they were talking to online. And you might be asking, why would I be talking about this now? Well, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, because I want to talk about a guy in the Bible that got catfish. The first guy to get catfish. You understand what I'm saying? No, when you think about catfish, just 50 years ago, people probably, my grandparents or great grandparents, were probably thinking of just, fishing in muddy waters or river waters, not knowing that around this time now, that's a colloquialism for, somebody deceive you, they fall in love with somebody and deceive you, they are not the person you intended them to be. For instance, I don't know, some of you might have got catfish already, because we live in such a digital age. It's not impossible anymore, you understand what I'm saying? So you could have a conversation with somebody online, and before you know it, words might get exchanged, the compliments here and there, and before you know it, you find yourself having feelings for such a person that you never met in person. And when it's time to meet that person, or you might have the shock of your life when you realize that this is not the person I saw online. So we're going to talk about that guy in Genesis 29, one of my favorite personalities, apart from John the Baptist, and this guy is Jacob. Now, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, so let's go into it. Genesis 29:60. Now Laban had two daughters. The name of the older was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah had weak eyes, but Rachel was lovely in form and beautiful. You see, Rachel was voluptuous. Rachel she probably smelled good. Rachel had no pimples. Rachel had no bubble. Rachel had none of the things that fellas would try to run from. Rachel was perfect in form. That Coca-Cola shaped body, everything. I'm not going to go too crazy with the descriptions, but I want to make nobody fall in lust, right? With that. So 17. They had weak eyes, but Rachel was lovely in form and beautiful. Jacob was in love with Rachel and said, I'll work for you for 7 years in return for your younger daughter Rachel. Wait, what man in the 21st century willing to work for a woman? Fellas nowadays don't even want to work to go and try to get women because we find it too easy because of social media. We don't feel like we have to go out and hunt anymore, because there's so many. The other day I was having a conversation, the same conversation with somebody, because a lot of fellas don't feel like they need to go out and hunt anymore because they come like all the prey just right there at arm's reach, right? But he worked 7 years for Rachel. You understand what I'm saying? 7 years. That is just testament to his love, to what he felt towards Rachel, right? So Jacob served 7 years to get Rachel, but they seem like only a few days to him because of his love for her. Only a few days to him. 21. Then Jacob said to Laban, give me my wife. My time is completed and I want to lie with her. I want to have sex with her. I want to sleep with her, right? Verse 22. So Laban, which is his father-in-law, which is Rachel's father, right? So Laban brought together all the people of the place and gave a feast. But when evening came, he took his daughter Leah. And gave her to Jacob. And Jacob lay with her, meaning he slept with her. And Laban gave his servant girl Zilpah to his daughter as a maidservant. Wait. Your antennas might be rising on and saying, wait. He gave Leah, not Rachel. Leah, not Rachel. Leah, not Rachel. How didn't Jacob realize? Now we need to understand, we need to take off the 21st century lens we have on and peel it all the way back to that time when women wore these long and they had veils on their face. And especially when you are a virgin, you would have this veil on your face. You understand what I'm saying? So when after the wedding and all that now, and all this going on, remember, it's night, okay? It's night. We're not talking in a time of this 21st century where there are street lights, where there are lamps, where there are bulbs, where there are LED lights, when there are all these things. We're talking at a time and it had none of those stuff. So he's seeing this woman and he's seeing her covered and he's expecting it to be Rachel. And it's dark. And he goes and he sleeps with her. He had a good time. He had a blast. He was screaming. It was a gasmic explosion and he was glad. But listen to this now. Right? Verse 25. When morning came, there was Leah. So now it puts it in perspective. When morning came and the light now, he realized, like, wait now, what's going on here? When morning came, there was Leah. So Jacob said to Laban, his father-in-law, what is this you have done to me? I served you for Rachel, didn't I? Why have you deceived me? Laban, the father-in-law, said, it is not our custom here to give the younger daughter in marriage before the older one. Finish this daughter's bridal week, then we will give you the younger one also in return for another 7 years of work. And Jacob did so. He finished the week with Leah, and then Laban gave him his daughter Rachel to be his wife. Laban gave his servant girl Bilhah to his daughter Rachel as a maidservant. Jacob lay with Rachel also, and he loved Rachel more than Leah. And he worked for Laban another 7 years. 14 years in total for the actual woman he wanted. Now that is love. That is love. Fellas, don't lie. Could you see yourself doing that? Could you see yourself working hard labor in the hot sun, in the hot Palestinian or desert sun? 14 years for somebody? I'll let you all answer that. I hope none of you are watching this with your girlfriends or your wives right now, because, and if you all are watching it with your girlfriends or your wives or your significant others or your spouses or whatever, please, ladies, ask him. Just pay him on the spot. Ask him. But this is something that it blows my mind. And I can't wait to get into the rest, because he was the first person to get catfish. And it's so funny, but it's funny to us. But I'm sure Jacob didn't feel that way while he was going through it. 14 years for the woman you love. And because of this incident now, a whole chain reaction came from this situation here. Oh my God, I'm so excited to even peel this back and go layer by layer with this, right? So, I just imploring you to go read Genesis chapter 29, go through this story piece by piece. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna feel disgusted, but it's a very good read and it have a lot of good lessons in it, right? Till we meet again.